Good morning students. In this video we have to see about the compression member design strength. Myself Dr. J. Sahayaruban, Professor and Head, Department of Civil Engineering, Rohini College of Engineering and Technology. Design of compression member. What is compression member? A structural member loaded axially in compression is generally called as a compression member. Columns which are short are subjected to crushing and behave like member under pure compression. Columns which are long tends to buckle out of the plane of the load axis. Actually there are two types of column available. One is short column, another one is long column. Normally in practice, majority of frame structure we are using the short column. In industrial structures we are using long column. Let us see about the design strength of the compression member. The common hot roll and built up steel members used for carrying axial compression usually fail by flexural buckling. The buckling strength of these members is affected by residual stresses, initial bow and accidental eccentricity of the loads. To account of these factors, the strength of the member subjected to axial compression is defined by buckling class A, B, C and D. So this is a buckling class of different cross section. This is given in table number 10 of IS 800 2007 page number 44, class 7.1.2.2. So these are the different cross section. These are the limits. This is a buckling class about the axis. This is a buckling class. So for example, this is a rolled section. This is a limits. It may be act on A, B, C and D. Like a welded section, it will be act on B, C and D. For hollow section, for hot roll, it is lies on A. Then cold form section, it is lies on B. For a welded box section, that buckling class basically C as well as B. In a channel section, angle and T, then this is a solid section, that buckling class normally given by C. For a built up section also, the buckling class will on C. This is a table. We have to use this table for find the buckling class of different cross section steel members. The last slide we see about the buckling class of different cross section of steel members. Now we have to find out the design compression strength PD. So PD is equal to AC into FCD. AC is the effective sectional area and FCD is the design compressive stress. Now we have to find out the design compressive stress. The design compressive stress FCD of axially loaded compression member shall be calculated using this equation. That is FCD is equal to Fy divided by gamma m0 divided by pi plus pi square minus lambda square power of 0.5 is equal to capital X into Fy divided by gamma m0 less than or equal to Fy divided by gamma m0. The pi value will be calculated by 0.5 into 1 plus alpha into lambda minus 0.2 plus lambda square, where the lambda is the non-dimensional effective slenderness ratio. So normally lambda is equal to square root of Fy divided by FCC. So FCC nothing, the Euler buckling stress, that is pi square E divided by KL divided by R square. So we have to substitute here. So Fy into KL divided by R the whole square divided by pi square E. So lambda is equal to this value. So using this we have to find out the pi value as well as the lambda value. KL by R is equal to effective slenderness ratio. Alpha is the imperfection factor given in table 7 of IS 800 2007. The alpha value for a buckling class A 0.21, buckling class B 0.34, buckling class C 0.49, buckling class D 0.76. Based on the table 10 we have to choose this value. Then X is equal to stress reduction factor. It is given in table 8 of IS 800/2007 for a different buckling class, as well as then in the y-axis that slenderness ratio KL by R value is given in the table, and the x-axis the yield stress is given. So based on, we have to choose the x value and substitute all the value in the equation, and finally we have to find out the design strength of the compression member. Angle strength. The compression in single angle may be transferred either concentrically to its centroid through end gusset, or eccentrically by connecting one of its legs to a gusset or adjacent member. Let us see about how to calculate the design compressive strength of angle strength. Before finding the design compressive strength of the angle, so first we have to find out the equivalent slenderness ratio lambda E. So this is available in page number 48 of IS 800/2007. So lambda E is equal to square root of K1 plus K2 lambda VV square plus K3 lambda pi square. K1, K2, K3 are the constant depending upon the end condition. This is given in table number 12 of IS 800. The constant value K1, K2, K3 are, if the bolt are connected, is greater than two numbers now, that if maybe a fixed connectivity, that value of K1 0.2, K2 0.35 and K3 is 20. If the fixity is hinged, the value of K1 is 0.7, K2 is 0.6 and K3 is 5. If the number of bolt is connected 1, fixed K1 is 0.75, K2 is 0.35 and K3 is 20. For a hinged connection, the value of K1 is 1.25, K2 is 0.5 and K3 is 60. So based on this table 12, we have to find out the value of K1, K2 and K3. We have to find out the value of lambda VV. So lambda VV is equal to L by R VV divided by epsilon square root of pi square epsilon divided by 250, where L is the center to center length of the supporting member, then RVV is the radius of gyration about the minor axis, and that epsilon is the yield stress ratio. So that is 250 divided by yield stress 250 power of 0.5. Then lambda pi will be calculated by B1 plus B2 divided by 2T divided by epsilon square root of pi square epsilon divided by 250, where B1 and B2 are the width of the two leg of the angle and T is the thickness of the leg. So substitute all the value in the above equation, and finally we have to find out the value of effective slenderness ratio lambda E. Next we have to find out the design compressive stresses for FCD. By instead of lambda we have to substitute the value of lambda E, and remaining procedure as we discussed in the earlier part. So same thing we have to follow here, and finally find out the value of that design compressive stress FCD. This is all about the design strength of compression member as well as the angle strength. Thank you so much.